Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Radiant Clash Cup number 10, brought to you by Ember Studios. Welcome, everybody, here. We had a great tournament going on today, and we have more games for you today. We have 2 semifinals and a grand final for you today. My name is Peanut. I'm here along with my co-caster, Amuzi. Amuzi, please say hi.
Hello and welcome. We are here to play some Valorant, but first off we need to shout out our sponsors, one of them being Fluid, connecting communities together to collaborate and enhance their content creation across multiple platforms.
We are also sponsored by Influence Connections, helping content creators and organizations to grow their brand by providing top quality post-production videos and graphics.
And finally, Challenger Mode. Take on some of the fiercest competition there is by competing in competitive events held on Challenger Mode website. Or if you're an organizer, host your next competitive event with them using their in-house organizer tools.
All right, and now we are just about to get into the games here. For a little bit of background, we have been running a tournament all day today, running a best-of-1 tournament. A lot of games have ended up on Ascent, a lot of games have ended up on other maps. But we are now into the semifinals round of this tournament with our 2 teams. Our 2 teams are 1245, and our other team is Lionheart ES. A lot of interesting names here, but I'm excited to see these 2 players play.
We're coming back to an Ember Studios favorite map, Ascent. We see this map quite often here. It's always fun to see what different teams can do with it, and I love seeing the different comps. So at least there's difference in that. But Ascent, we're back home to you, and we're looking at Agent Select, and I'm seeing KOs, Chambers, Fades. Anything out of the ordinary here, Peanut?
Not too much out of the ordinary, and now that we see that lock-in, you know what I am noticing is this Phoenix play on the side of 1245. Phoenix and Jet will be an interesting play with a single initiator on that side. A Chamber holding it down. That's going to be a pretty aggressive team, if I do say so. So we will see if they do well on defending. On the other side, we're looking at a pretty solid comp in today's meta. You know, a bunch of new agents. The Fade and the Chamber in there, definitely. It's nice to see the Astra in there. A little bit of, you know, quality smokes as opposed to some of the other smokers, but that's a matter of personal opinion. Honestly, I like Lionheart's comp a little bit better, but that just means that if 1245 can pull something out, we're gonna see a great game here.
No, I'm looking into the teams get ready for their first round, and I'm seeing more of a B side, but I'm also seeing that split that we normally see where someone's down mid, and I don't think we're going to see much of a default here, but it is looking more like B aggression with a split push up B mid.
Should see a lot of aggression here. Looks like we do have the Astra on the other side of the map, just hoping to maybe pick out a couple lurks there. But a relatively spread out play for 1245. Yeah, that does look pretty solid for them. Looks like we are going to see quite a bit of action here in B Garage. As they come through, here comes Taiga and Ty with a big push in. The Raze and Reyna coming in. The big push. The Jet gets around the corner, but isn't able to go down. Fortnite player gets the first one down, but Knight trades it back. This Jet is staying alive. Dudley finally goes down. It took them a while here, but Lionheart are able to take this site with relative ease, only losing 1 player.
You see Spike is now down, and it's a 3v4 as we come down to the final 45 seconds of this round.
A beautiful flash into that back site there. Discord user taking out Tiger very cleanly. Here comes the push in from 1245. They're going to try and make something work down this speedway. A really nice flash again from the Phoenix, but isn't able to get the kill. Cass comes out and gets the other one. Legend gets the one more, and there's only 1 more left. Legend gets that jumping double right click, taking him out, and Lionheart gets that first round on the board.
First round is always a nice thing to get, so you know it kind of makes you feel like, you know, you came out of the gate swinging, and you're ready for the rest of the game, and get you a little pumped up for the rest of the rounds coming your way.
Rest of the rounds, indeed.
As we head into the next round, though, it looks like the 2 Lionheart's being just a little bit spread out across the map, trying to figure out where they're going to go. Getting ready for the strategy ahead, and it looks like the Spike is going to go towards A, and there's 3 people over towards A, so it could be a little bit harder of a retake for Lionheart here. Getting that info from the KO knife, knowing that Omen is now on A site.
This lean over towards B is making me very interested. They aren't making too much noise over there, so I'm wondering what the plan is to see where they're going. But they're just hanging out here. 1245, really taking their time. Want to make sure they get... Wait, hold on. I want to make sure this team... I am very sorry. Lionheart taking their time here, making sure they are on the right side and making sure they don't lose any players, any silly peaks.
We see everybody holding back, not quite yet making a move, and we see Lionheart moving over to B side. Looks like they were just trying to bait over some people over to A. But now they're getting ready for their initial push with 45 seconds left into B site, and I'm only seeing one person over here from 1245. This might be an easy take for them.
Dudley would be smart to back off here, and that is what they're going to do. Lionheart get a very easy, clean 5v5 take of this site, and we're going to have a 5v5 retake coming in on the side of B. Kess making sure they plant in the correct spot and want to play for some sort of lineups, it sees. And Taiga gets that first kill off coming out of Speedway. Gonna peek market again and gets a really nice kill on Dudley. Legend gets another, and Lionheart have really taken this site over. A flawless for Lionheart.
Lionheart definitely knows how to get on site, and once they get it, they can hold site from the retake, and they're really good at executing and keeping those executes on lockdown and making sure no one can find a kink in their armor.
Gotta be aware of the kinks in their armor, but Lionheart seems like they have figured out a little bit here that entirely quiet play from them really did work as they kind of confused 1245, pulling them off that B site completely. Gives them a lot of space to work with, but now 1245 know a little bit better, have placed somebody here. Taiga's here to get it, but oh wow, what a shot off on Dudley. Here comes Taiga in, a big play coming in from Lionheart as they take this B site yet again. Oh, I thought she was dead to that nade. Not the case as Taiga goes for a perfect flash. Another double spray from Taiga down on the spawn side. What a play from Lionheart there. Legend getting a little aggressive in this marker position. Fortnite player's gonna take them down.
Bring them down.
1245 looking for any opening they can find, but Ty taking down Fortnite player is gonna make that even more tough. Bangs now just getting hit with tons of utility here. And will get taken down by Kess, giving a 3-0 to Lionheart.
We saw some phenomenal team play there from Lionheart as Kess was able to flash out of the smoke and Taiga was able to capitalize on that and get 2 picks there off the flash, and just good plays all the way around from Lionheart. And moving on.
Definitely some good plays from Lionheart as we are getting a bit of a tech pause here. Looks like we're having a little bit of a connection issue. But while we get that sorted out, it is interesting to see. You know, I would have liked at least to see a little bit more on the side of 1245, just trying to see if they can hold on to these sites a little bit more. It will be nice to see if they can really stop themselves from having to play retake, and it seems like a really tough position. But looks like our players are ready, so we are going to start this timer back up and start this game back up.
As the timer goes down, we see Lionheart again with this split push here, it looks like, and 1245 again leaning more towards A. It looks like they're a little worried about losing A to Lionheart. I see Spike on ground, which could mean a default here. That's always fun to see.
Spike on ground is definitely interesting over there, and we are seeing a similar positioning from the rest of Lionheart. We've got these 3 over on B. They're not making any noise. They are just sitting there waiting for this lurk. They want to see if anybody's going to push through there. They're going to gobble them up. And Dudley is definitely thinking about it on that other side.
It looks like we're already seeing the rotation with the Spike over to B, and again, only one person on B.
Bomb buddy out.
But it looks like the rotate's coming in fast.
The rotate's coming in fast, and it's going to meet the push really perfectly here. Taiga's about to get clothesline, is able to get away, but Fortnite with a really nice shot. 1245 take their first advantage of this game, and they are not going to lose that lightly. Dudley's diving in with the shotgun. What a play from them. Got something going here.
Same plant they did last time. Seems to be one of their favorite plants here along the wall of Speedway. Interesting plant, to say the least.
They definitely do like that plan. I'm assuming they've got some sort of plan for it. Fortnite player going down to that flash, but LHI, oh my goodness, what a 3K from them. An extra kill on the Phoenix just to make it 4. And Dudley's gonna try and do what they can, but Fortnite player is the last one left. What an absolute incredible play from Ty to hold down that site. And now Fortnite player has to deal with flashes and players. They get one, but not able to get enough. 4 on the board for Lionheart ES.
Lionheart claiming 4, and almost a bit of a mishap there as Kez flashed her teammate, and as they pushed out, and it looks like they lost one, but in the end they still got Fortnite down and were able to take the round. We're seeing 3 lean towards A this time, so we might see a little bit of an A push. Something different than B at least.
Hoping to see a little bit more presence, but it looks like Lionheart are not going to change what they've been doing. They really like this incredibly quiet start here. They make no noise. They really try and make sure that 1245 has 0 info on them, and then they push on these, weirdly rotated players. It's interesting though because they haven't caused any of those rotates, so they're really just playing off contact. 1245 here, continuing to stay solid. They have not rotated yet, although this noise out in A main should get them to start moving over.
Interesting enough, if you look at the way 1245 is playing, they have one person on almost every choke point except for Fade there, and she's just sitting in spawn waiting for the call for a rotate, and then it looks like she's just ready to come in and help wherever she needed.
It does look like she is doing that jump peek over that mid wall, so she is able to get a little bit of static info every once in a while. But here comes Dudley now seeing their first player. Lionheart have 5 stacked into this B garage. Once again, here they come. Dudley's going to try and peek out with that op, but that is not going to go well for them. Fortnite player doing what they can, getting past and they're getting a 3K. Oh my goodness, but Taiga able to clean him up. What a play from Fortnite. Discord user going to go like ships passing in the night. Bangs gets that one down, and now it is just left to them. Kess is the only one left on their first disadvantage for Lionheart. Fortnite player is an absolute hero for the team. Kess not able to do it there. 1245 get their first round on the board right off the back of their Phoenix. Incredible scenes.
That has to feel good for 1245. They pick up their first round, and they're going to try and capitalize off this and make this their momentum shift here.
Well, if we had the chance to do replays, I would love to see that 3K from Phoenix. I'm sure all 3 of those players just flooding out of that main site. I'm assuming they were all flashed. It should have been quite the sight to behold. Looking into this next round, though, Music, what do you see Dudley doing with this op here?
Well, if he's anything like me, then he's going to go mid with this op and try and get a pick or 2 from tiles or top mid. But that's just me. Historically, he's been holding B.
And you know what? Lionheart have realized if it ain't broke, we are not going to fix it. They have decided to go back to this B site, heavy presence, and then they back off. Something we have yet to see from them. Here's your boy Dudley, though, holding this site. He is able to avoid that KO knife, so they don't know they're there. But the smoke as well is going to make this difficult. We'll see if a flash comes through on this smoke. Not a flash, and Dudley gets that, but Knight is able to trade it out. Very nice for Lionheart there, is able to take that op down.
The info on where Spike is, though, is out to 1245, so we'll see if they can do anything with this information.
1245 doing a really great job of continuing to hold this site. They have Bangs and their other player on that site, but the 2 on site are not able to hold it down. Lionheart takes that site with ease, making a 4v2 into a 2v3 in their favor.
Again, not using default plant spot. I like seeing the full use of site and where they plant the spike, just to show their flexibility.
We can only hope that eventually they'll plant it on the C site, but that is another map. Tim's going for a teleport and gets lucky that the chamber is teleporting out. Lionheart doing what they can to reposition and try and get something different. Bangs, though, getting a really great shot there. Bangs and Tim's making it work together, but now Tim's is all alone, stuck in a corner, and Knight is able to finish it up. Lionheart taking their 5th round.
Like you said, if it ain't fixed, don't break it.
What?
And go back to B, and they pick up the round. And we go to round 7.
I'm not sure what country aphorisms you're throwing out there, but I'll take everything you got. We are looking at this 7th round, and I am seeing a very similar look from Lionheart. Again, why change it? That being said, they have the same players in the same position, but the spike is leaning towards B. Legend trying to do something. That was a bang, actually. He did get the Jet through the wall there. Jet down to very low health. As Chamber able to get a little bit of shot off there. And Bang going for another one, taking out Taiga in mid there. Finally seeing 1245 come alive here. They're gonna have to come alive if they want to win this game.
Seeing everybody sitting back, not really pushing up, taking any space. A little worried. Is there at a man disadvantage?
Lionheart definitely looking different here, but Dudley now no knives as they start to push in here, hoping for something. That pistol is not going to do it. Dudley goes down and we are back to even. Fortnite player though, finding a really nice pick off there. Bang's going for another. 1245 is really making something out of this round. That chamber op is really helping them out. The rest of Lionheart have now decided to push through mid here.
30 seconds left.
Missing certain corners. Not worried about that. Fortnite player does spot them out. Is gonna try that spam through, but spams out themselves. Looking for that pick. Kess though, what a play from Kess. Not wanting to let this round go. But they've only got 10 seconds. They're gonna have to rush it down. I'm not sure they have enough time, especially with Discord user here. Discord user knows they're gonna have to get the spike, but they're not gonna get it. That's a great shot from Discord user, but they aren't able to stop the plant. We are down to Knight in a 1v2 here. Gonna try and change the angle here, but Bangs is able to pick it up. That trusty op is going to do him well.
Picks up a 3K there with the chamber ult. And what a play. And you have to wonder, at this point, for Lionheart on attack, are they going to keep doing this B push? Are they going to keep going B? Are they going to switch it up and go A? And at what point, if you're 1245, are you going to start holding B site with more people? The mind games are afoot.
They are definitely that. I'm interested in, we haven't seen a lot of adaptation from 1245. They're winning these rounds off the back of very nice plays from individual players, but we're not seeing any wholesale changes from them. Lionheart, on the other hand, have a very strict play that they are doing. These pushes are very disciplined, very quiet. Something you don't see in a lot of ranked games, so I'm assuming that's throwing a lot of people off. But we have got a big push coming in here with the KO ult.
Speaking of A pushes, here comes Lionheart.
Im's getting massively spammed down, trying to make something work, but Bangs takes down Kess. We've got a trade out on Lionheart, so we have 4v5 here. That KO is going to end up getting rezzed here, so we are back to full strength on the side of Lionheart. Dudley going to make that different. Gets away, dodging out of that rocket. What a shot. Dudley staying alive here. Discord user and Fortnite player pushing through as Legend gets a nice 2K. Trying to make something work. They're going to death ball right through here. Here they come through the door. Discord user doing it as Fortnite player comes around next to him. What a great set of names here as Kess is left in a 1v2. Hiding behind this box. Able to kind of solo some of these fights, but not able to spot the players. Gonna peek out and gets the one. This is all in Kess's favor here. A really nice play, but are they gonna get the flick? They are not. Discord user cleaning that up for them just in the nick of time. Are they gonna have it? I am not sure. They do. 1245 gets a third round.
Such a close round there from Kess almost getting the flick, the spike almost going off. But if anything, Lionheart has shown that they can take both sites. They've just been choosing to take B.
Wow, Lionheart definitely showing what they've got with an explosive, loud push. Something we haven't seen from them before, and you are right. They showed that they can do it. Fortunately, 1245 was able to make something work on that, which was a really great play from them. And they were able to hold themselves in for this half. 5-3 is a great spot to be to keep it even, keep it solid. Dudley's going to get very aggressive at Garage here. Oh, not able to do that. Getting knifed out and everything. Oh, Dudley's trying to do something. That op is not good close range. He gets one, but Knight and Left take out another. Lionheart are 4v2 going into this post plant here.
Raze is the bane of my existence, and that's one of the reasons why you never know where she's gonna go when she starts satcheling.
With really good utility there, 1245 was able to take that site with ease, and they are continuing to hold this with more great utility. Flashes and dogs and everything in between. Tim's just absolutely overwhelmed. Lionheart takes another round out from 1245.
It is 6 and 3 as we come into round 10, and Legend now has an op given to him by.
Was it saved? It was saved. Okay. So we've got Legend making that op against an eco here. We've got a huge buy disparity here. As 1245 are trying to make something work on basically Sheriffs and Inspector. Bang doing something similar here. Bangs. Sorry, Bang played earlier in the VCTs.
You won too.
Legend though making that op work for them. Taiga doing the same as they get 2 really nice kills in mid here. And here comes the push into B site. Discord user gonna try and do what they can to try and avoid. That run and gun is just too much to handle. Taiga's going on a rampage right now. Tim's gonna try and make something work. I'll be honest, I thought one of those shots hit, but I guess it didn't.
I think the shot hit. I think it just went into his chest, but in either case, the op came out, and that was the end there for Kaz. Beyond though, we're now in round 11. Looks like we're going back to the B push.
That works.
We see a similar setup here from 1245, and it's somewhat been working for them from round to round. 3 people on B site this time, or close to B.
3 people on B, along with the 4 coming in from Lionheart here. So it looks like we've got aggressive push. Again, we have the Astra on the other side of the map. I'm hoping they figure out how to utilize her somehow, but Lionheart making a lot of noise here, which is gonna make me assume that they are not planning to stay here. They haven't moved out of this garage position, so it seems like they are in fact going to rotate. Or at least cut noise for a bit.
You fake rotate. I see the ult coming in.
Ah, there it is. They're waiting for that ult to come in, seeing if they cleared out sight. A really nice flash coming in. Taiga though getting self-flash. That's not great. Lionheart's utility is just a tad bit off there, and Fortnite player is able to take advantage.
Here comes the rotate.
Tim's sensing something's up. Oh! Tim's teleported into that wine position, but left it. Not thinking that they were over there. Now the rest of 1245 is going to have to do a full rotate over to the other site. Lionheart have a huge lead on this play here.
Spike is down. It just goes to show how discombobulating the astral divide can be. It cuts noise from the rest of the map, and they're able to rotate.
But they don't clear the angle well enough. Ty gets 1, gets 2. Isn't able to get a 3rd, but Kes clears the other one out.
2v3.
Lionheart. Very good play from them as
Now.
Fortnite players pushing into heaven, trying to make something work. That's a really nice shot from them. Can we get another one? That's not going to happen. Kes gets them dropping out and gets the other as they drop out. And 8-3 going into the final round. What a play from Lionheart.
Good try there too. We see Fortnite picking up some very valuable kills for his team. Unable to finish it sometimes, but they're trying their best. We could see a difference of how these rounds are going when the round switches. We've seen it before.
Yeah, and you know what? That was another really, really nice decision coming in from the side of Lionheart, deciding that, you know what, that B site, even with that Astro out committed, we're going to run across. A really solid play from them. Now, 1245 on a rough eco for this last round. I'm seeing a 9-3 coming in here. I'm hoping not, but it feels like that's going to happen. Lionheart taking this site with ease. Nobody losing a player, but everybody taking some hits. As the retake starts coming in, Legend is able to clear one out. Bangs goes down as the rest of 1245 gets stuck in the doors.
Last player standing.
Ty and Taiga doing what they do best, and all we are down left to is a Fortnite player. Every bit of utility is here, but all they have is a Guardian, and that is not going to do it for them. A 9-3 half for Lionheart.
A good try there from Fortnite player. Just in the end, overwhelming numbers and one person with a Guardian. You hate to see it, but we're at the switch. Could be the turning point here for 1245.
Looking at, oh boy, as my Valorant crashes, I struggle to figure out what information I can put out here, but I do see a pistol round coming into play here. Where are these players looking like they're leading here? What are we seeing? Oh, I'm back.
Unlike Lionheart, we're seeing more of a heavy side A push here. Could see some more A side here on this half. Though it is more of a split. It's a 3-2 split here. One going up mid. You have the Astra one way from A main. Gives 1245 just a second to get a little more set up.
And we are back. Taiga with a really great nade there. That you never like to see that. The spike goes down here, and Lionheart are showing that they can do just everything they can do on defense, or on attack, as well as on defense. Taiga getting a really aggressive push there. They are trying to take all that space and don't want to give them any room. Legend now playing with Tim's here. Tim's going for that fake reload, but not going to work out for him. Legend takes it out. What a play from them.
Player standing.
Dudley going down in mid, and Knight taking out Fortnite player. A domination from Lionheart, if I do say so myself.
3-10 going into round 14, and we see that Lionheart can also play defense. But as guns start getting bigger and rounds start getting longer, I'm sure 1245 is going to be able to do some stuff that is going to surprise even us.
I would hope so. We are hoping to see a little bit more of a... Oh, I wouldn't even know what to call it, but just a little bit more of a consistent effort on the side of 1245. They have shown great poise so far, and they're going to need to show even to try and pull this comeback out.
Oh, here comes the Judge, Peanut.
Oh, I love a Judge. Taiga pushes through this smoke, going to try and reposition here to get a really good shot. Taiga getting ready for this push out. Spots one, isn't able to get one, but Legend going huge. Taiga backing him up, and that's 2 kills with the Judge. Oh, I love to see that.
Go get him.
Tim's sitting here with a shorty of their own. Not sure if it's going to work out for him, as the Judge is just a little bit better, but a low Taiga gets him down. Knight able to clean it up, and another 4 kills staying alive. 4 people staying alive at 11-3 here.
The Judge fell off the map too.
Oh, that's not good.
Taiga died, Judge went down the map, and there's no picking that back up. But 11-3 as we come into round 15, and I'm seeing more of an A-side push. Unless they fake me out, as most teams do.
Well, seeing what Lionheart is setting up here, if they commit to this A push, they should be able to get in quite nicely. Looks like Lionheart is going extremely heavy into B, finding nothing.
It's interesting. I see Spike down at A, and they're doing a slow, quiet push onto A.
Oh, but in mid, things are happening. Legend does take out Dudley here in the main site, and Legend then teleports away, really safe on the side of Lionheart. And I am very worried about this, as 1245 has pushed all the way onto site, and they have forgotten the spike all the way in back. They're finally sending a player back, but not in time as players begin to die on site. 3v3 here as the spike finally makes its way, and it's going to get planted. Fortnite player, though, in a really great position to get a spray down. Gonna get played with on this grenade, and that's not good, but Tim's and Knight trade one out here. All that's left is Knight coming in through this heaven position, doesn't know there's a player on their left, and that is going to be their undoing. Fortnite player holding it down and getting the first round for 1245 this half.
I said Fortnite getting some crucial kills for his team. Round 16 and it's 4-11.
Hesitation is
Looking to see a little bit more aggression, or you know what? Maybe we need to see some sort of rotates on the side of 1245. They seem to commit to these pushes, and maybe we need to see them take a note from their opponents and try and play with it. Try and get these teams to rotate a bit more.
I don't say this often, but I think a little bit slower pacing from 1245 would be a huge help for them. As much as I like that fast gameplay.
Hey, especially if Taiga is going to continue to set up here with a Judge, slow gameplay is going to be what they need. Taiga now getting ready, running away. Oh, gets away with a satchel. That's a great play from them. The teams have spread out once again. 1245 running quite a distance away from the spike, trying to get some kills here. As they seem to finally decide we are committing to this A site, we're getting our B players to rotate over and grab that spike. Well, one of them should.
Interestingly enough, it looks like Lionheart only has one person on A site right now.
They only have the one, but they are calling for that rotate now. Kest able to take out Fortnite player and another. Bangs though, there to clean it up.
The gravity wheel making some great use.
Spike down.
Going down to 2v2.
Staying even in this game on this A site. Fortnite player and Knight are all that are left here. Sorry, Fortnite player.
10 seconds left.
Let me get this right. Fortnite player and Discord user, our two players in the server, are having a trouble dealing with this team. Lionhearts though, Taiga not checking that corner and all his moments missing the shot, but Legend taking that Judge and doing what they do best.
A great first pick there, but the second man came out and it was just too much to deal with. But a good try nonetheless, and we come down to the possible final round, being round 17.
12-4 on the side of Lionheart, showing a very good style from them. I'm very excited to see what they have in store for this last round, and if they win this last round, what they have in store for us in that grand finals, but they do have to win this last round.
Now, an interesting position here from Lionheart. They're all kind of pushed out a little bit. Seems like they're going to be a bit aggressive here on this final round.
Oh, Legend with a great shot. Dudley trying to make that work, but a Marshall does not beat an op, unfortunately.
Take hold.
No charges.
It's not beating him out.
Satchel up.
Taiga going in with the Judge. How aggressive can you get?
Spike down.
Losing a player in return, but there is the trade. Lionheart's keeping the advantage here.
Now,
And Legend,
have we seen a Judge every round on defense for Taiga?
we might just have, and I would agree with that level of confidence, seeing as they are up a crazy amount right now. And you know what? It's been working for them. I feel like they've gotten a kill with it every time they bought it. But now, 1245, in what may be their final push, are making a conceded effort to get onto A. The fade ult comes out, the sound is out, but the players are not in yet. There's the flash. Fortnite player takes down Kest, and that's one. Bangs takes down another, so they've got two. They do have the advantage going in.
30 seconds left.
Still going to be a struggle as two of the best players on this side, two of our players from the side of Lionheart are trying to make their way through the door here.
Last player standing.
Chai not able to make that Bulldog work. It is all down to Knight in the 1v3. That's one, but it isn't any more than that. 1245, stay alive for another round.
45 here to say we're not done yet. You can't take us out that easily, and they're giving them a fight for their money here.
Fight for their lives, indeed, their tournament lives. But if they don't win this one, they can always come back. Next week we have Radiant Clash Cups running every Friday until whenever we decide to stop them. But we've got them going for a little bit longer now. We hope to see many of you coming in these next couple weeks.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier, indeed. As we get into this 18th round, 12:45 going back to their split push. And Lionheart, on a bit of an eco, have decided to play extremely safe. All that's being pushed out is Legend with that teleport. The rest of Lionheart are camping quite nicely on that B site. It looks like that decision might pay off as 12:45 is slowly rotating very silently back over to that B site.
I'm seeing two shorties in Boathouse. This looks like a play me and you would do.
It does look like a play we mean you would do, as it might not work, but we will have to wait and see. This Frenzy in this first box here is going to be the first line of defense. Lionheart have heard bits of information here, and it is a full stack here, 4v5. Lionheart gets that first kill off on Ty. That's going to be very helpful. Gonna push into the market with this ult, trying to get the kill on Kess, but isn't able to get that with a nice right click. Kess takes out Fortnite player. 5v4, but there's those shorties you were talking about. We've got two shorties in here, and now they have a rifle. This could get dangerous. Dudley trying to clear out this back site with only 30 seconds left. They're getting struggled. Dudley, though, is able to take down one. Spots Knight in the back, but is able to get the kill just yet. Gonna come around. That's where it happens, and all that's left is Legend. Legend with chamber op here. Isn't able to do it. Dudley holding it down, getting another round for 12:45.
6 and 12. Like I said, they're not quite ready for this game to end yet. Round 19 is ahead of us now. And what a play there. The shorties back to back. They were able to get a kill. It didn't quite work out for them, but still entertaining to see nonetheless. I see Spike on the ground.
Spike on the ground. Now, you know what I'm realizing is we have seen a little bit of variety from 12:45, but what I haven't seen is presence in mid. Now we are starting to see that a little bit more. Dudley deciding to peek here with that op, and Fortnite player coming down this cat. They are going to try and make some presence here. Fortnite player getting rewarded for a great molly there. 12:45 are not out of this game just yet.
Is Phoenix back in the meta?
I mean, that's a stretch, but we have something happening here. The Chamber Legend is deciding to get into a little bit of a better position. If they start to go towards A, this is going to be very dangerous for them. Here comes Bangs! What a flick, Bangs! Oh my goodness. Ready for that one indeed. 12:45 is still in this game. Kess taking out two in mid though. Holding it down. That Molly's going to do great work for them at delaying that push on the side of Lionheart.
Satisfying.
Bit of an awkward gunfight there in mid, but it ended all right.
It ended all right. Back to the 2v2, and Kess is on fire. Bangs is the last one left standing for their team. Trying to make something work there. This aggressive push isn't working. They're not getting the shots. Trying to make something work, but the spray transfer isn't there. Kess gets a 4K in the final round, and Lionheart finals.
GG's Lionheart, GG 12:45.
What an incredible game from them. We love to see a little bit of comeback. Hopefully we will see 12:45 back at this tournament again. But congratulations to Lionheart ES. We will see them in the grand finals later today. Now, moving on, we have another semifinals for you in just a bit. We are going to send it to a quick break before we do that, and we will see you guys right after that. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are back at it with Radiant Clash Cup number 10, brought to you by Ember Studios. We are about to get into our semifinals match, but before I do that, I'm going to send it over to my buddy Amusey, who's got something to say to you guys.
Yes, welcome back for sure. And as always, we need to shout out our sponsors. Let's talk about Fluid, connecting communities together to collaborate and enhance their content creation across multiple platforms.
We're also sponsored by Influence Connections, helping content creators and organizations grow their brand by providing top quality post-production videos and graphics.
And finally, Challenger Mode. Take on some of the fiercest competition there is by competing in competitive events held on the Challenger Mode website. Or if you're an organizer, host your next competitive event with them using their in-house organizer tools.
Thank you to all of our sponsors, and once again, thank you to Ember Studios. We're so happy to be a part of that, running these Radiant Clash Cups for you. We are getting now into our second semifinal of the day. Our first was between Lionheart and 1245. We saw Lionheart with a pretty solid win coming out there. On the other semifinal we are starting now, we have two very cool teams. We have Peaky Blinders versus Vamp Unit.
Now, excitingly enough, we have a treat for y'all. We're on Breeze.
We're on Breeze. Audience, we are very excited for this because we have shown you Ascent time and time again in this Best of One series. So we are very excited to show you a new map, one that most of you I'm sure have played before, but we have yet to cast it live, and we are very excited to do so. I'm looking at these comps and I see a Neon and a Yoru hover, and I am just ecstatic about that, my friend.
Now, this is interesting because over on Peaky Blinders side, they do have a Viper, and that's the typical meta controller for this site. And on Vamp Unit, we see an Astra, which is still a very good controller, one of my favorites indeed, but not picking the Viper is it's interesting.
It is interesting. We're seeing quite a bit of a non-traditional play on the side of Vamp Unit. Hopefully they'll be able to pull that out. Who knows, they could be just trolling us with these hovers, but all they'd be trolling is the stream itself, so we'll have to see. I would be so excited to see the Neon and the Yoru. If they truly push it like that, it could be incredible, and it looks like they are going to lock it in.
A Neon, a Yoru, a Fade. A pretty newer comp.
This is definitely off meta, and going against what we see on the other side. You know, the Sova's a bit here and there, although on Breeze it can definitely work wonders. So we'll call this non-traditional versus traditional, and I think we've got quite the game on our hands here.
Now, another thing I'm seeing is because of the long-range nature of Breeze, you typically need some characters who can op. And have the escape methods to up, and I'm seeing a Jet and a Chamber over on the side of Peaky Blinders, but I'm not seeing too much of a great escape here, except maybe a little bit of Yoru for an operator, so I'm wondering if we're going to see op at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see an op on the side of Vamp Unit here, but we'll have to see what's going on. Moving into this first round, looks like we've got a really big group up here on the side of Vamp Unit. They are grouping up heavily towards this A site. An aggressive push down cave and through halls, I mean, can work wonders as long as you don't have too many people you're running into.
We're seeing Spike on the ground, but it also looks like we're going towards A site. We're here on the side of Vamp Unit.
Here comes the push. Aspect leading the group up here with that Neon pick. Looking like a very planned out push here on the side of Vamp Unit, but it's not going well. Peaky Blinders doing tons of damage and taking one out. Rafe now going back to take more space as Vamp Unit decide, you know what, that was a bit too much presence. We're going to rotate back.
Vamp Unit going through mid. Looks like.
And Don Cheadle getting very, yeah. B is looking open, but it looks like they're not going to look that way. Floofy now trying to push up here, gonna spot out Rafe. Oh, this is a crucial kill for both teams here. Floofy missing the first shot, connecting on the second. We didn't see that first shot. Jat now trying to hold down the site, not able to do it as Kitten rushes in with their fade. No, Astra, excuse me. Uno now holding the middle, and Don Cheadle now back to a 2-on-2 for Peaky Blinders here. But they are playing so separately from each other. They're going to need to make something. Don Cheadle down to very low health, playing with 2 players here. Uno finally making some noise here. This 2-pronged approach might work out for them. Naive holding this angle tightly as Uno gets the one. Don Cheadle now trying to get the better on Kitten, and they do just that. Peaky Blinders taking the first round of the game.
Low health as well, but still a great execution retake from Peaky Blinders.
A really good retake for them. We'll hope to see a little bit more coming out there as Vamp Unit struggled to really decide on what site there. They're going to have to play with a little bit more, call it adaptability, call it fluidity, if they're going to want to get through on this Breeze map here.
Indeed they are, and Vamp Unit going in for another A push or cave. We saw some great util from Naive there on Astra as they pushed in. They just weren't able to quite get on the way they wanted to.
Another solid execute coming in from Vamp Unit, and this one seems to be working out. They just send the and right back out. Well, not right back out. The Aspect gets one for their troubles and picks up that Marshall. Uno now the only one left back on site here, and is going to have to back off, wait for the rest of their team. Really nice from Vamp Unit there.
Like the aggression really paid off for Vamp Unit. This is an interesting.
Vamp Unit finally losing a player there as Jap pushes up and takes down Aspect. And Uno and Don Cheadle trying to do what they're worth. They get a kill, but not able to trade it out. But they don't know that the spike's being defused. Oh my goodness, they didn't know. Jack gets the defuse right from out under their noses, and Vamp Unit has got to be kicking themselves.
What a ninja defuse there. As they pushed in, got spiked down, and there's only one person on site. Everybody else was playing back in cave, and I think that ended up being their downfall as they didn't quite know everything going on site.
They got a little bit too ahead of themselves there. Vamp Unit not being able to retake that one like they would have liked. But they're going for this push again. Not the same thing with the push, but oh my goodness, that Neon going all over the place. Jalen gets the kill and saves the Neon, but then Aspect goes down. What a weird play from that Neon. Floofy getting a really nice pick out here. Trying to make something work as Don Cheadle shooting away with that Sheriff. Not able to do much as Neve picks them up as well. And Vamp Unit get their first round on the board.
And you saw them learn from their mistakes there. They were able to get on site aggressively, but more than just one person was on site. And once they got on, they were able to hold it a lot better. And I really think that got the round for them. Moving on, it looks like we're going to see a mid B push from Vamp Unit. This will be our first official B push.
A little bit of a B push here, hoping to get maybe a bit of a presence in mid from that Yoru. They got to take some sort of space, and I do hear that spike going down, so they might try and push and rotate here. As Floofy tries to make a little bit of presence known in mid.
Shooting out the trademark.
They have taken out the trademark, but here comes this really nice push. Aspect getting up crazy far here as they weren't... if Peaky Blinders wasn't watching mid, and Vamp Unit has taken this site with relative ease here.
Spike planted.
Scrick's able to get 1 kill in mid, but I'm not sure if that's going to do much for it. This B site is really hard to take back. Uno and Scrix both being spotted out by Vamp Unit. Not sure where else they can go, but they're going to keep moving in. The entire team has now grouped up outside this hallway. Uno goes down by the words of Neve, and Jalen takes down another. All that's left here is Scrix, and they're not going to be able to do it as well. Vamp Unit saying no and tying this up at 2.
Looks like that last round that Vamp Unit won was their momentum round, and the shift has happened, and we're going to see if they can take the lead here. Looks like we're going for this mid B push again. So that's the way they're set up now. Like I said before, the teams like to fake me out.
They do like to fake you out, and I think they are just being a little bit indecisive. But there's nothing wrong with that as long as they are winning rounds, and that is exactly what Vamp Unit has been doing on these past 2. They won the last 2 with really, I mean, some nice plays here. The Aspect knows what they're doing on this Neon to take space aggressively. Gonna spot out Jat there with a really nice jump peek.
Here comes the push.
Here comes the Execute into the B site.
Well, Floofy's clone's been able to do some big work for them here.
Floofy continuing to hold it down on that flank here. Look how aggressive they got. An Aspect pushed all the way through into McDonald's here. And, you know, it's working out for them so far, but that's a dangerous play. Rafe and Jat, though, there you go, cleaning up the players on the extremities. Now Rafe doing more to chop up this site. This ult is going to be huge. That clicked 2, and that hit another 2. What a play from Uno. There is 1 player left, and Jack cleans it up. An incredible retake on from Peaky Blinders.
What a phenomenal ult from Uno. We saw two get pinged there. He took out 1, and he was able to get a lot of information just from that ult alone, and that got the round there for Peaky Blinders. What an amazing retake.
Really stellar performance on the side of Peaky Blinders there. Using the strategy from their namesake in this game is definitely going to be a huge benefit for them. Vamp Unit now deciding, you know what, that B site play was not working so much. We're going to go back to this A. I'm assuming we'll see a bit more from Neon. Aspect has been crazy aggressive on these pushes. And again, Aspect has that spike, so I assume to see the same thing. Yes, here it is. They plant right on this right spike here, but Floofy is able to take one out. Rafe having to hang out on the other side of this ult is not happy about that, I can imagine. Waiting for the right time to put down this ult.
Rafe is only 1 point off his ult. If he can get a pick here, might turn the tide.
Don Cheadle, though, getting 1 off. That ult is still active, so it's going to be definitely a thorn in the side for Peaky Blinders. But this positioning from Peaky Blinders is really tough here. They're just getting spammed through the smoke, not able to defuse that spike. Vamp Unit ties it back up at 3.
Tell you what I love to see. I love to see this Neon with the spike, and they're rushing in the amazing aggression I'm seeing from Vamp Unit. As they rush in, get spike down, and then the rest of the round is just post plant. We are going round for round here.
It is quite nice to see Vamp Unit truly trying to figure something out here with that Neon. A lot of these pushes are centered around Neon, though, so I'm hoping they can continue to make that work. If they lose Aspect early, I'd be worried about how the round would go. But as we see here, Aspect is going to come up across. What a nice kill. Hitting backing him up as well. And Aspect now going to dive in again. Diving out of that wall. Oh, doesn't get that kill off on Rafe. That's unfortunate indeed. Floofy now in a really nice position here with Kitten as they are able to take this A site. 4v2 with this retake as the rest of Peaky Blinders trying to come in through the mid doors, but that's not going to work. Jalen holding it down. Vamp Unit take their first lead.
Seeing some interesting team play too. We saw Floofy playing in a hall there while Aspect pushed into site, and once he pushed in, even though he didn't die, he still had that space, and Floofy was able to teleport in there and take what space Aspect was able to get, and they didn't lose any progress at all.
They didn't lose much progress at all, and it's good to see that. You know, I'm interested to see if Vamp Unit is going to continue to build off this momentum. You know, they aren't really they have one round here, but Jack calling this timeout for Peaky Blinders is doing that to try and stuff this momentum. I would hope that Vamp Unit knows what they're doing and is going to continue to push with these Neon plays. I hope this timeout doesn't push them to think, maybe we should back off a little bit, because they're doing really well right now.
I think the aggressive plays are definitely working for them. Even if they don't go quite as planned, I still think that they have a backup plan for their main plan, and it's all working together like a well-oiled machine, and I love to see it.
It really is. And, you know, as they've taken this first lead, they've definitely put a little bit of a scare on Peaky Blinders. So we hope to see that. But as we get back into the game here, that timeout has finished. And Vamp Unit are setting up for what looks like a Halls push. Dangerous, as all of Peaky Blinders has full stacked on A. There is nobody on B for either team right now.
Inside on B, but it looks like this is going to be a fight for Hall.
Oh, Floofy taking out the Jet. That's huge. Uno trading that one out, though. That's big. As Aspect then goes here, we're just getting trades left and right. Jalen, though, takes out another, takes out two, and all that's left here is just Uno, but they're holding it down. That's two for them. Put three on the board, and they're on for the ace clutch here. They have the spike, and they have every moment to play here, as Vamp Unit decide to group up in mid and see what can be done. I do see a problem occurring here. Vamp Unit are slowly crawling up towards this spike, and Uno, knowing that the spike is there, it's just gonna go around the corner, not checking it. Very unfortunate, as Vamp Unit take a fifth.
Timing being everyone's worst enemy in this game. I'm convinced you could hold an angle for hours on end, but the second you look away, that's when they'll peak.
It is when they're going to peak, and what was interesting is I thought Uno had some level of awareness there. They kept looking towards that angle, and it felt like they had some level of awareness, but that turned just at the second. The way Breeze is set up in that corner, there's not really many options for them to go. So it's unfortunate, but we move on into this 9th round. Aspect using that dash correctly, and look at this. We've got 2 ops on the side of Peaky Blinders. They are going full firepower to take this round back. Uno almost getting baited out there, getting a big push, and there comes the flash. Uno, though, getting a kill before the flash comes through. Neon not able to get the kill. Oh, Uno, though, staying on their toes. What a shot from Uno. All that's left is chat, and they are able to clean it up. What a play on the side of Peaky Blinders. I jumped a little.
Popping off there, he took 3 out before he went down. He's really doing some heavy work here for his team, and honestly, you love to see it.
That was really some incredibly heads-up play from Uno. We saw a little bit of a war there as they got kind of baited by the ping that came off from the Sova dart. But once they backed off from that, they saw the Yoru teleport there, and then that last bullet kill on the Neon. What a play indeed from Uno. Now a full hard push into B site on the side of Vamp Unit. Vamp Unit running right past Jalen here. Wraith, excuse me, but Wraith does end up going down. Aspect has kind of confused everything here. Skrix, though, still close with this op. Trying to get something through. Uno pulls out this ult again. Not going to do as well as the last time. Does get a ping, so that's something. Floofy, what a teleport out. Gets one down there, and they're just making light work here. Uno finally goes down in that backside. Vamp Unit feeling absolutely dominant in that round.
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the agent Yoru, but seeing a really good player playing Yoru, it's fun to watch. You see the clones go out, you see the teleports come out. He's just able to get some really good util out there. His clone has been doing some great work as he knows how to use it, and Floofy's been very entertaining to watch this game.
We are seeing some really good plays from Floofy. Don Cheadle definitely going to be kicking themselves after missing that kill on the teleporting Yoru, but has every chance to redeem themselves now. A full hard push coming up from Elbow in Vamp Unit here. The order was off there, but you guys get the gist. Vamp Unit making a huge push into B and not losing any players. We're looking at what should be a slightly low health 5v5 retake. Floofy, what a peek, unfortunate for them. A great flash, but Kitten gets caught jumping. Aspect is able to get a kill here, but that's gonna make it harder. Neve though, bringing it down to a 3v3. We have a round on our hands. Jat with a fantastic flank, gets 1 and 2. That's gonna clean up most of this round here. All that's left here is Neve. Neve trying to do what they can. That's 1 kill, but Naive is not able to get towards the spike. Don Cheadle picking them up before they can get close.
This game has been very exciting. It's just been it's been retake after site push, and these executes that Vamp Unit is able to get out are nothing to bat an eye out. It's very well thought out. They have almost plays set up and ready to go. This has been a very entertaining game to watch, and I'm loving it.
It's been very entertaining, and it's almost like they've transitioned from like some guerrilla tactics into a little bit more of some really steady, solid strategies. It's really great to see on the side of Vamp Unit, and I'm genuinely impressed. I'm excited to see how they're able to pull out the second half here. That being said, they are fighting to gain a lead for this last half. The Astral is going to come out on the side of Vamp Unit, showing that they may be committing to this A site.
I slowed down the push just a little bit, but it makes them do their first slow push.
What a flash from Uno, but Don Cheadle though going out there. Vamp Unit is able to take the lead with that trade, but we're keep trading back and forth. Peaky Blinders doing what they can, and that's gonna be just an absolute firefight in front of the A site. Won by the side of Peaky Blinders. They take a 6-6 half.
What a half. Is all I can say. What a half. The fact that it ended 6-6 just tells you this has been a fight of the titans here.
It really has. You know, looking back here, we saw Peaky Blinders kind of go on a bit of a Vamp Unit kind of go on a bit of a run. After losing 3 rounds in the first 5, they decided, you know what, we're gonna take this back, and we saw 3 rounds in a row from them right in the middle there. Vamp Unit is able to hold strong even in that sense, even after that timeout. Very good to see from a team trying to make it big in these tournaments here.
Back in the pistol round, and we saw some really good stuff last pistol round. I'm hoping to see more.
This is a lot of aggression on the side of Vamp Unit, and they're gonna do it, but Uno using that classic to their advantage. That's a free gun, by the way. Don Cheadle, though, getting another as Peaky Blinders are picking up kills left and right. Vamp Unit finally gonna make it onto site, but it is just Floofy left. Surrounded on all sides by players, gonna walk around this Viper Wall to their advantage. That free gun is doing what they can, but not enough. Peaky Blinders take the first round of the half.
Floofy doing a great job there, making contact with most of those shots he took, but unable to get a kill there. Unfortunate, but still a great performance by Floofy. Moving on, we see Peaky Blinders. Looks like they're going to go into a mid push here.
A mid push, definitely. Hoping with a little bit towards A. This chamber down halls is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if that teleport still works. Jat now about to peek into 2 players. Could be dangerous, but Rafe taking down 1 is huge. Jat actually does get 1 on Kitten. And there's another one there. Floof trying to go for a flank there, but that just ain't working. Peaky Blinders are capitalizing on every mistake Vamp Unit has made in this first round here. The second round here.
Spike planted.
Get back.
Jalen, though, holding that headshot angle very nicely. Skrix able to clean him up. And we are seeing something that looked eerily similar to our first half. Peaky Blinders taking what seems like a very early and dominant lead. And we'll see if this timeout that Kitten has called on the side of Vamp Unit is going to slow that down. As we saw in the last half, we saw, you know, Vamp Unit come back and win 2 and then 3 more after that. So it could work out, but defense is a whole nother beast.
Defense is a whole nother beast indeed, and I'm wondering if this timeout, what we're talking about, like I'm thinking, it's the beginning of this half. It's a different game because now you're attacking, and I'm wondering if we're talking strategy, if we're talking what are we gonna do in this situation based on what they've been doing.
Well, I mean, for the side of Vamp Unit, they definitely are going to want to work on these, really on these solo duels. They're on defense. They don't need to be pushing. They don't need to be taking these aggressive fights. And if they keep doing that, I have a feeling Peaky Blinders is just going to sit there and camp them out until it's over. I would expect nothing less.
The best way to play defense. Just wait for them to come to you. They can't play anywhere else but on site.
I mean, you're not wrong there. But when you have a player like Aspect, and especially putting them on that Neon, I do see the reasoning. That being said, they need to get some value out. Here comes the Neon and Fade, pushing out through mid.
Early round picks are very important indeed.
Early round picks are important, but Peaky Blinders have taken what seems to be a page out of Lionheart from our last game, playing incredibly silent, just hoping to catch any mistakes that Vamp Unit is going to make. That being said, Vamp Unit seems to have talked about some stuff over that timeout and is also playing very safe.
Like some site executes were talked about. Being careful about how we push in. Showing presence on B now.
Presence. The dart was helpful, but it will be interesting to see how that translates here. They have left their chamber up in halls the entire time. Now, Aspect is going to see this rotate, but isn't going to be able to get the kill. Scrix cleaning them up from downrange. Jat, unfortunately, going down as well. And we've got a 4v4, even retake here, even take here.
30 seconds left. Spike down A.
Peaky Blinders doing what they can, but they're getting stuffed out by tons of utility. It is going, time is ticking down. 20 seconds left, and all that's left is Wraith. Wraith hanging out on this right side, trying to do what they can with that running gun, but Floofy with 4 kills on the round gives Vamp Unit their first round of the half.
What a good round it was, too. That Viper Wall doing some real work there, keeping locations hidden. It's always a struggle pushing through it because you're going to lose a little bit of health and you're wondering if it's worth it to push out. Looks like we're going down for another mid push. And Vamp Unit almost playing out of mid too.
Lots of presence from Vamp Unit here. What a push for them. Kitten getting 2 off on that push. I'm assuming a flash was played through there, and Scrix now trying to make something work here with this last push here. They do have this Viper Wall set up, so that is helpful. But their presence is noted. The push through is going to come in just a second here. Wraith barely dodged. Oh my god, he did actually dodge. Jalen trades it out, but Wraith playing that exceptionally well.
Down to a 2v2 retake.
One enemy remaining.
Down goes Naive.
And Jalen looking the wrong way. Hopefully going to try and turn around here. Not looking the right way. Scrix taking another. And Peaky Blinders keeping their lead at 9-7.
When you're by yourself, Valorant is a horror game. You never know where someone's going to be right around the corner. You don't know if if walking backward is the best. You don't want to leave your back open. You don't want to leave your front open. It's a scary game when you're by yourself.
It is quite scary, but that is where some of our best clutch players come into their greatest moments. That being said, we have seen, I'll ask our analyst this, but I'm pretty sure that we have seen 0 clutches coming in these last couple of games. It has been majority really quality teamwork from them.
Team clutches yet, it's been generally teamwork.
We continue to see teamwork as this drone comes out. The rest of the players are waiting patiently behind it. Aspect finally getting forced out of that spot, not wanting to lose their star duelist. I can imagine that. That being said, Floofy is beating them on that kill. Sorry, on that leaderboard. So, say what you will about who the star duelist is. Peaky Blinders have cut noise, shown a lot of presence toward A, but have not rotated just yet. Trying to pull.
We're at a standstill. Everybody just waiting for the first person to make a move. It is 45 seconds and all 10 people are alive. And here comes the push.
Spike down.
Here
A.
comes the push. We do get a single trade out back and forth as Uno weirdly ending up right in the middle of that hallway. Skrix picks up Jalen, which is going to be huge for them. Jat not able to get that kill with all the opportunity in the world.
Planted.
We've got low health players on both, and Uno gonna try and do something, but getting hit by that breach utility, he's gonna be kicking himself after that. Naive is doing something what they can, and all that's left is Jat. Now spotted out by the Yoru. Jat is trying to do what they can. Able to hide inside this smoke, able to stay alive a little bit longer, but that is not gonna work out. Floofy cleans it up, and with Kitten starting the defuse, Vamp unit take themselves to 8.
Luffy using his ult there to scout out where Jat was. He was able to get the info, tell his team, play passively so his team could succeed, and in the end, took it around for him.
Now, it seems like Vamp unit have started to get the hang of this defense play a little bit more. They've started to realize that the less they push out and the more they take these duels as a team, they're going to win fights. That being said, we do still want to see Aspect getting that value out of all that Neon, so we'll see if those runouts continue to play. Your playing in halls definitely makes me tingle just a little.
See 2 ults here on the side of Peaky Blinders. We have a Chamber ult and a Jet ult. Hopefully we'll see some of these utilized very well.
As we hear the Chamber ult going off, Jet doesn't see too much, as the rest of their team is slowly making their way over to this B site.
Cutting through.
Floofy now getting spotted out by that trademark is going to give Jat the information they need that feels, okay, maybe we can do a B push here.
Here's what I'm seeing. Nobody's really on A.
There is nobody on A, but I don't think Peaky Blinders is going to know that. This ult, though, from Wraith is going to be huge. They're able to get onto this B site with ease, and now the battle of the duelists has occurred. Skrix and Neon playing around in mid. Nobody has seen each other yet, as the battle in sight is going to commence. Kitten now shooting through this ult, trying to do what they can. This ult has just taken oversight, and now the bloodbath has begun. Kills going back left and right. We're at a 2v2, and all that's left is Skrix, but they're reloading. Oh, but they get the dash off. It's still alive. Skrix with absolute heroics here, getting this plant off, but just barely. Oh, with seconds left, Aspect pops the ult, and Skrix goes down. Very smart plays on both of the duelists there, as Vamp unit tie this game up once again.
Fortunately, we saw 3 ults used there, and Peaky Blinders was not able to take the round, which is unfortunate.
I'm out of here.
What a weird round indeed. You know, seeing those duelists come alive is definitely what I'm excited about. Yeah, what an incredible play, incredible scenes.
Round 19 starting. Looks like the teams are spread out across the map.
And we've got quite the eco coming out on the side of Peaky Blinders here. Just sheriffs and a bulldog.
Peaky Blinders also down already at 1 man.
Now, what is going on in mid? I see 2 players leaned up very close to each other. Fade and Jalen going back and forth here. Jalen does get the better of him there, and now we are at a coming in on the side of Vamp unit. Don Cheeto and Skrix are only hanging out in elbow by themselves, and they're going to have a struggle getting through anything here. Vamp unit have really turned this game around.
Ooh.
As I say that, though, Jalen forgets to check a corner and Skrix gets a free kill. Aspect, though, now aware of their position, is going to try something. Skrix getting a little froggy with it, goes up and gets taken right back down by Floofy. Don Cheadle now, last one left, looking for a lineup, not able to do it. Vamp Unit take their second lead of this game.
Coming down to where the rubber meets the road. It's now 9-10. The game is getting closer and closer. It looks like we're going to be more on an A side push, or leaning A at least. But Spike is going more towards B, so this could be a bit of a fake here. Trying to draw out some rotates.
Definitely nice to see on the side of Peaky Blinders using that strategy to their advantage. As Jat decides to peek down mid, this is going to be an aggressive push. Floofy goes down. That's the Star Duelist out on the side of Vamp Unit. A big hit for them.
B-side's complete. Oh, wait, they're turning back around.
This rotate has caused a bit of confusion on both teams here. Peaky Blinders has finally decided to commit, but it seems like that commit is a bit slow. Vamp Unit is well aware, and they are 3 stacked on this site with Jalen ready to come in at a moment's notice. Peaky Blinders now seeing what the casters have been seeing for the past couple seconds and are deciding, yes, we are going to rotate actually all the way back. Their first good decision of this round.
As soon as they come around this corner, Vamp Unit's going to know they're not there anymore. But is it going to be too late?
No, they've got everything they need. Peaky Blinders has taken this site with Eid. Vamp Unit deciding to go down that elbow had pretty much killed them. Now they know that no one is on that B site, so they can be confident they can go to A. But now they have to retake all of that space in only 40 seconds and change with this spike plant.
Spike is down into 4v5 retake, and the way they're planning to get this retake down, it looks like they're completely surrounding them before they go out.
We are going to have a double push, but that is not great indeed. Jat and Rafe taking down 2. As Kitten and Naive have decided, you know what, we might just try for a save. Kitten now trying to get a single exit kill off, but the timing there is going to be quite unfortunate. Kitten is going to go down. All they can save is the operator, and Naive does look like they will be able to get away with it. How important is that going to be for their eco, Musi?
This operator, it's going to be incredibly important. Oh no, it just went down, and we've got a flawless from Peaky Blinders. Oh, that up.
You definitely got to suck your teeth at that one. Not a great look. Neve now being the only one not able to buy that rifle on their team. Bit of an oops. All being said, we are at 10-10. We haven't hit an overtime yet on this stream, so we're ready for it if it does happen. So I'm all there for it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm here for it too. I'm ready.
A very fast push coming in on the B site from Peaky Blinders. The self flash from Don Cheadle not working out well for their teammates. They are going to try and get this res off, though. Should have the time. There you go. KO res is something I rarely see in my ranked games, but I happen to see a lot in more professional games. Floofy now trying to make something work with Jalen. Jalen is able to get 2 as Floofy gets 1, so Jalen is able to make this a 1v2. We are hoping to see one of those clutches I was talking about earlier. Now, this split is going to be good, but Jalen is not paying attention. That being said, Rafe is having a hard time shooting through that dog, and Jalen has something to work with here. A 1v1 against a Chamber with an op. Chamber was unable to hear for a moment there, and now Jalen has thrown out their utility. They may have spotted something. As Jack comes around the corner, Jalen is just going to sneak back and forth.
In the off, he gets back turn, and Jalen taking it for the 4K.
Jalen keeping it calm and holding that lead out for Vamp Unit. 11 rounds on the board. 2 away from our grand finals.
Round 22. Coming up. is going to be an A side push, it looks like. At least we're leaning that way. I think he was able to get
Definitely seeing a lot of presence over here on A site. Spike being down is making me think that they're gonna try something else, as KO does end up picking that up and going towards mid. But we have a double op peak here going on in halls. Jat v Floofy. Jat wins it out again. Floofy has got to be kicking themselves. They keep dying to that op at the start of the round. They're not going to be able to have much impact.
Peaky Blinders slowly sneaking up mid.
Look at this push. Grix now coming in to take that space. They have destroyed all of that space around the pyramids, and Kitten has to back off. Kitten and Naive, all that's left here, and they might honestly want to think about another save here. Naive again has an op, but can definitely make it work. Kitten now going here, and they have a 2v2 on their hands. Here they come. Neve has the option to pick up a rifle if they so choose as the Kitten ult comes out. Jap though, opping their own op, and Kitten now very close here. The timing is going to be everything as they come around this corner. Jet is peeking there, and Jet knows where he is, but that's going to be too close, and Kitten gets the clutch, taking their team to 12, one away from our grand finals.
2 clutches in a row. 2 of them are being 4Ks as well. We're now 1 point away from the end. Can Peaky Blinders pull out?
Vamp unit have shown some incredible resilience in this game. I mean, being down pretty much the entire game, only coming out just for a little bit here and there at the end of these halves, has finally taken a decisive lead going into this 23rd round here. Hoping to take this with 3 match points in their back pocket. I do see Vamp unit pulling one of these rounds out.
Looks like they're doing a similar push to last round where they're slowly going up mid. Some are going in hall, cave. They're kind of spread out here.
But look at this position from Jalen, and Floofy getting a shot through the wall was really incredible. Jalen though, in that great position here. Don Cheadle is able to clean that up, and Uno isn't able to get much from the ult. Jat and Uno are the only ones left here, and they don't have the spike. I've got to say, I am worried about the side of Peaky Blinders here. That spike is so deep into enemy territory, and all they have is this one choke point in mid. Can our 2 heroes on Peaky Blinders pull something out in this 2v3? Naive not getting spotted here. Uno though getting that, gets headshot but is able to get the kill. Floofy now trying to do something in mid, is just trying to delay them with that flash.
30 seconds left.
With 25 seconds left, Uno and Jet are just close enough to that spike to grab it, but they have to get a kill to do something. They don't know where the Yoru is. 15 seconds left here as they run onto site. Kitten is hanging out in the corner here and might get the spike down. That's the spike down. There are 7 seconds left, and Jet is going to have to plant it. If they don't plant, it is over. They are going to get a safe plant down, but Kitten is going to be able to get very close. It is all up to Jat here. We've seen 2 clutches now. Can we see a third coming out on the other side team? Jat pulling out the op, trying to make something work. That's 1 kill! He's got a chance to make another. He's got all the opportunity in the bag. Floofy now tapping the spike, trying to make him peek out, but Jat is holding strong. She goes around this pyramid. They could see something, but the timing is terrible, and Floofy comes around, winning it out for Vamp Unit, 13-10.
What a game, and what an exciting game at that. 10-13.
Defenders win.
GG's to both teams. An incredible match.
An incredible match, some incredible resilience from Vamp Unit, and an incredible performance from Peaky Blinders. I want to say that before we say anything else. But now we do have to congratulate Vamp Unit, as they will be going on to our grand finals against Lionheart in just a few minutes. But before we get to that, we want to give both of our teams a little bit of a break before we get them into that grand finals. So we'll be right back with you in just a second. Hello and welcome back to our final game of the day. We are here with the grand finals for the Radiant Clash Cup number 10 presented by Ember Studios. We also have a couple other sponsors that I want to let my co-caster Musi tell you about.
Yes, sir. We need to thank Fluid, connecting communities together to collaborate and enhance their content creation across multiple platforms.
We also have Influence Connections, helping content creators and organizations grow their brand by providing top quality post-production videos and graphics.
And finally, Challenger Mode. Take on some of the fiercest competition there is by competing in competitive events held on the Challenger Mode website. Or, if you're an organizer, host your next competitive event with them using their in-house organizer tools.
Thank you very much, Musi. And now we are getting into our grand finals. Like we said before, Lionhearts won our first game against, Lionhearts won our first game against 1245, and Vamp Unit won our second game. against Peaky Blinders. So we now have those two teams coming up against each other, Vamp Unit and Lionheart ES.
And we are back on our fan favorite map, Ascent, ready to go at it for our final.
Back on Ascent, and I am seeing a similar, somewhat similar. We're seeing Aspect play with a Phoenix. I'd like to see that non-traditional duelist coming out on the side of Aspect. We saw a lot of really good stuff from them on Neon, on Breeze, and then locking Phoenix makes me very excited.
I talk about the controller difference here. I'm seeing an Omen hover, and I'm seeing an Astra lock. Now, Astra obviously has the ability to use her smokes across the map a lot faster, as Omen takes time to get his smokes there. So we could see a bit of different play in the controlling style of this game with the smokes, which I'm excited to see.
Looks like we are getting that final lock in. Our duelists are different, but we are seeing a chamber, a fade on both sides. Should help them hold down those sites a little bit. I think you're right, though. The difference here will come in between the Sova and the KO on either side, and the Omen and the Astra. Depending on how those plays, these could be very different games. With Lionheart starting on attack, though, I expect to see Taiga showing some of that signature aggression. But again, what we saw from Lionheart a lot is a ton of really stellar team play from them. Not a lot of individual, really stellar team.
For sure. And we see now it's now we see Lionheart on attack here, and they're moving into A site here for their first push. It looks like, and it looks like it might be just a bit of an easier push here. There is 2 people only on A site, but it does look like they're gonna go in mid just a little bit.
Looks like they are ready to go for this A site. Aspect with a little bit of a molly line. I'd like to see that. Not getting exactly where they wanted it to go, but it's all good. As the rest of Lionheart now decides to push on in. There goes Taiga with that first blood. And they have taken this site with relative ease. Knight finally taking down Naive up in heaven there. Flawless so far for the side of Lionhearts.
Here comes the 3v5 retake.
One enemy remaining.
The 3v5 retake, Jalen going in huge, but not that done. I'm noticing Jalen switching off that fade. Interesting for them there. Floofy though, last player standing, getting chamber gifted themselves by Legend. That's a flawless on the side of Lionhearts.
We saw that late push into window, which I think got them that final kill really easily there as trying to find the name. Legend was holding in heaven, and they were able to push through there in the end and get that final kill and really secure the round there. We're seeing...
Looks like there was a thought of a Vandal. Thought better of that, but Taiga is pulling up a Bulldog, so we have a bit of a hero rifle here. Floofy, though, almost getting nailed out, does get that teleport out in time and is going to stay alive, but that's a weird position for Floofy. Floofy gets it, but Ty trades him out. That's a 1v1 trade here, so we're back to a 4v4. Jalen just able... Oh, this corner isn't going to be cleared. They don't know! And Jalen gets the one. Is he able to get more? Isn't able to get another, and his Aspect. It is a 1v2 here, and they know that Aspect can only be coming from one of 2 spots. It's either main or it's CT. Here comes Aspect. Coming across, they make a little bit of noise here, trying to fake somebody. They get the Bulldog, so something is happening here, but this Molly is not great. Aspect coming around this corner, gets spotted out by one, but doesn't know the other is really close around that corner. They swing too far, that's going to be a quick death indeed.
He does have a bit of a gun diff here as he has the Bulldog. He is by himself. Coming downstairs.
The reposition is going to be huge as he gets the one. He doesn't able to get the other. Kess holding that angle strong. Not sure if they picked up. They did pick up the Bulldog, so are gonna be able to bring that into the next round. But we're looking at a full buy from both teams here.
And what I like to see on the side of Lionheart is as they push in the side, certain pieces of util being thrown into certain angles, so they didn't necessarily have to clear it as they get things to back off. The raise grenade going into market and the KO Molly going into Boathouse, so they were able to kind of get in without having to check things so closely and get down and get the spike down and start taking site.
As they come off of that round, Lionheart deciding we're going to go back to A pretty hard. It worked very well for us against 1245, and they're going to continue it against Vamp Unit here. Their Astra still lurking on that cat. Look at where she is now. Trying to do something there. Aspect is able to take down Ty on this push in, so they are able to get a bit of an advantage here. But Taiga taking down Neve, that's huge. Floofy is able to get a 2 spray. Looks like that it was over by Speedway, and all that's left is Taiga off-site but with the Vandal. Floofy, a real hero for their team, bringing them to their first round of this game.
And we've seen Taiga do some crazy things in the first game he played. These satchels are great. His movement is great, and he's able to get a Vandal there with the Frenzy. You know, it didn't amount to much, but the fact that he was able to get in there with a small gun and take a bigger gun is just, it's invaluable for his team.
It was huge. That Bulldog came into play throughout that round. It's great to see. It's great to see that save is working out. Now we're going into this next round. Again, very similar ecos. Looks like Lionhearts is on a bit of a force here, but they are feeling themselves, I'm sure. And they're going to try and push in onto this A site, get a little going before something happens here.
Yeah, there is a bit of aggression on both sides, so I'm sure on the side of Vamp Unit they're a little confused on which site yet, so there's not much rotates coming through.
Not much rotates, and all the noise being played over towards A, so it does look like Vamp Unit is leaning a little bit toward A, but they haven't committed too much. They still have one player on that B site, as well as their chamber hanging out mid there, ready to come at a moment's notice. And it looks like they are going to start to learn that the utility is coming from that B side.
Sound being made over at B. Gonna give Vamp Unit just a couple seconds to figure out.
Start should be very helpful as they know people are here. Now Vamp Unit's going to have to hold down this site. Sova still has not been spotted yet. There it goes. Taiga spots him in the last moment there. And Lionheart take that site flawlessly.
Lionheart now on site. Full team.
And Vamp Unit doing what they can to try and make this push work. Flashing each other left and right isn't going to help though. Legend and Knight doing what they can as they get this crossfire going, and Kitten now getting taken out as well. Knight with a 2K, giving them a flawless for that 4th round.
I think the play there on Lionheart was very interesting. Like I said in the beginning, they kind of they showed aggression on both sides, so they didn't quite know what to do on the side of Vamp Unit. They didn't know where to go, and it kind of forced them to stay over at A more as Lionheart was able to rotate over to B and kind of have less players to take there on B, which is easier to take site for them. That is the second flawless we've seen this round on the side of Lionheart.
Second flawless of this game, and we're hoping to see more as we get a bit of a split push coming in from Lionheart here. Spike leaning towards A.
I cannot use that. Take flight.
Legend now gonna peek out and trying to get taken out here. Isn't gonna work out for them. Vamp Unit getting a bit too aggressive, and Legend capitalizing on that. Floofy is able to stay alive, but incredibly 4 is not looking, or 4v3 is not looking as strong as it would. Floofy though, about to get flashed out in mid here. Let's see if they can stay alive. That being said, Floofy takes every advantage over Kess. Aspect holding this corner down as well. I'm not sure if they saw Knight cross there. Seems like they're a bit unaware.
Seen some rotate over to B, and looks like Knight's all by themselves. Could have a free kill here.
Is gonna catch a timing there. That shot definitely revealing where they are, but giving them a little bit of advantage here. Going to peek into one player. Did not see either of those two hanging there.
30 seconds left.
Vamp Unit playing very smart here, waiting back, not wanting to get played by this single player. Waiting for their teammate. Look at the chamber rotating around. They're waiting for their team to play this all together. Knight now exposing themselves to main, not realizing that that's a bad call. Isn't able to do anything, and Floofy cleans him up from back. extremely well played for a Vamp unit.
We see normally the Sova is played on this map, but Fade has become a very valuable agent on this map as well, just due to the special lineups and the amount of all of sight that Haunt can see, and that was able to get that was able to ping Knight there at the end, and they were able to get that final kill without losing anybody. Round 6. We're on to 2 and 3, and it looks like Lionheart is going to be doing more of a B push here.
A B push, and do you know what I see? Oh, I saw it for a moment, Musi. They were thinking about it, Judge, and then they thought better of it. Floofy now probably committing to this op in mid into no one, unfortunately.
On defense, I'm sure we'll see the Judge come out from Taiga.
We should, but before that, we have to see Taiga do these entries they are known for. Entering all by themselves right now, not running in, fortunately, so that's for something. As the rest of Lionhearts very slowly make their way onto site, Vamp unit giving them truly whatever space they want. Taiga and Tai back and forth here, taking people out. Legend goes as well to take this market position. But Vamp unit have definitely slowed this down. Legend, though, getting a fantastic spray down with that Vandal, and all that's left is Aspect. Rid of their ult, rid of anything that is really going to help them much. They have that flash, but it shouldn't do much. And Legend able to take them out as well. A 4th round on the board for Lionheart.
I love watching Lionheart hold site after Plant goes down there. They're able to hold all of site, not just the site itself, but they're holding in main, they're holding in market, ready for any entry from Vamp unit coming through.
They are looking for every opportunity, and what I'm liking from Vamp unit is, apart from a couple instances, we have seen them smarten up a little bit and not push out as much as they were doing on Breeze on defense. So we're seeing a little bit more here. Jalen, though, about to get crushed by an ult. Taiga, I mean, there was no chance for Jalen there with a Bucky. Taiga getting a little sloppy with this utility, and isn't able to get it clean, is running through here. There goes that spray. Kitten, I don't think there was any aiming there. I think that was... But look at that. Taiga has pulled the rotate. They even baited me. All of Vamp unit is on the other site. As this comes in, Knave trying to do what they can. Not able to get a kill with that spam. And Vamp unit is at a severe disadvantage coming into this 3v4 retake.
Gravity Well really pushing up. I didn't even realize they're tethered.
They were tethered there, and Floofy and Tai trade one out. Legend, though, holding that spot with an op, and there is nothing you can do when you've got an op and an Odin holding you. A team ace for Lionheart ES.
It was a good feeling when everybody gets a kill.
It is a good feeling. There was a whole skin line named after it. The Riot must think that we enjoy sharing the glory with our team. I don't know where they got that idea.
No idea, but as we come into round 8, we're seeing more of what looks to be an A push from Lionheart. Now, what I'm also seeing here is a lot of Vamp unit is playing in mid. We have one
look
on A.
Look at this, lots of aggression in mid. 3 players coming out. They are smoked out, but Taiga's gonna get surprised. They get one, but Kitten and Floofy take another. Aspect gets a 3rd, and Knight clears him out, and Jalen just taking a ult shot out of nowhere. Legend still alive here, has a very low health Kitten right underneath them. There you go. Legend now has every opportunity to take this. The spike is there. Jalen is going to be holding it, but no, they're gonna be running right into it. Legend not staying as disciplined as they need. Jalen getting a nice thrifty clutch out of that one.
Just what a war zone down in mid too. I don't think either team really expected that there to be such heavy aggression in mid, and so when they pushed out and there was just multiple guns and multiple people, it just turned into a whole bloodbath.
I think you're right there. There was not a whole lot of strategy past, hey, we've got guns, let's see what we can do. Both teams kind of took it together.
Now I'm seeing Vamp unit holding this mid again, and one on each site, but I'm seeing Lionheart with a 5-stack towards A.
Aspect knows exactly what's up, deciding to run off Look at this positioning though from Vamp Unit. Once that play came in, they have rotated around. They have split up completely. Omen is now coming around on this flank as Lionheart take this site very solidly. Vamp Unit doing what they can to try and get a split push in here, trying to get, they're still 5v5 here, no one has passed. Naive taking that first blood so far into this round, Aspect taking another. That's 2 for Vamp Unit, make it a 3rd if they can get through. Aspect now pushing right in here, an aggressive push, not able to get the kill. Here come the spams through the smoke, they're gonna try and make something happen. Jalen back here trying to hold, they have so little time. They've tapped the spike, but they don't have time to do it. It is a 1v1 and Floofy says, you know what, it is not for me. Lionheart take another round. Oh
no, Floofy. Unfortunate. You know, what I really think won the round there for Lionheart was the patience from Taiga and Knight. They didn't push through that smoke. They kind of stayed back. They waited for anybody to come to them. They knew they had time on their side, and they were able to take the round that way. All they had to do was wait for time, and, you know, time was in their side.
Oh, I mean, very well played from them. Those spams came in from Vamp Unit that were just, I mean, just quality stuff. Sorry, excuse me, Lionheart. Very well played from Lionheart, and you know what? They are going to do a very similar thing again. Fortunately, they are running right back into Aspect again. Taiga with a dirty shot. Aspect probably didn't even see him.
Nobody's on site, but Lionheart doesn't quite know that yet.
Oh, Neve though getting a really nice dome through the smoke there with that Fade utility. Back to a 4v4, even strength coming in. Now what I want us to pay attention to is this chamber coming through on mid. We've got tons of Vamp Unit getting ready here, but Legend getting picked up in the back there, that's going to be huge. We're back to a 3v3. The rest of Lionheart holding on site. Jalen with a very nice dart. And Kess doing what they can. That's 2 for Kess, 3 for Kess, but not enough. Kitten able to clean up the last one and holding them to 6 rounds, trying to make it a 6-6 half. Another clutch, I think, on the side of Vamp Unit.
And a thrifty. Not to mention.
Counted as a thrifty, yes. Another clutch counted as a thrifty. Yes, yes, yes.
I love watching Sovas with their lineups. You know, you see an arrow coming, you're like, no way that's coming for me. And then next thing you know, it bounces 2 more times, and then there's an arrow coming straight at you, and you don't have time to move. And we saw that happen there, and holy.
It is very great to see those shock dart kills. Anytime someone's getting a shock dart kill, you know that was planned out. You know there was a little bit of put in, and you know there's a big brain in that server.
Now we're seeing this A push again a little bit, but a little deviation off of it.
Taiga pushing in with the wrong shotgun, if I'm being honest, and Kitten taking an extremely aggressive angle up top here.
Now this is interesting. It looks like they've made some sound, made some noise, and they're rotating off slowly.
They are rotating off slowly, but looks like we are going to have chamber v chamber violence here as Legend and Floofy are going to be like ships. Oh, crossing in the night. Legend just barely recorrecting there and taking out Floofy and able to get that gun. That's going to be huge for Lionheart.
Now look here in Cat. They're watching towards tiles. They're getting ready for the push.
Now they were planning on that rotate, but then they rotated back, seeing that that kill came in. Aspect does take out Legend, so it does seem that Vamp Unit have kind of been reset in for their information. Now that the Astral utility has come out, they know exactly what's going on. They choose to let this site be taken in favor of playing retake 4v4. And here comes the push. Taiga going down to Aspect. Aspect gets a huge ult there. That's 3 for them. Kitten gets the 4th kill there, and all that's left is Ty behind this generator here. Nothing doing there. Jalen picks it up with the Odin. And Vamp Unit have a 5th, trying to hold that to a 6-6 half.
I've seen a lot of value here from Aspect's Phoenix flashes. You know, they're one of the most hard flashes to dodge as they come around the corner. They're coming high speed, and he's able to get those flashes around, and he's flashing teammates and taking space, letting other teammates get around. These flashes he's throwing are valuable, and they're helping out their team, and they're able to retake side with those.
Might just make some of those pro teams rethink their kibosh on Phoenix. This is a good character who's possibly getting more reworks in the future. Don't count him out just yet. He is our fire boy, and he will continue to be our fire boy. That being said, we have an actually serious game going on in front of us. Lionheart showing a bit more presence towards B than they have since the start of this half.
This is the final round and a half.
I'll find you.
It is the final round and a half, so it is the time to pull out whatever strats you haven't worked on yet. Floofy getting aggressive in mid here with this op.
You are divided.
Seeing nothing as the Astro comes out. Oh, Taiga getting boomed out by Naive. That's going to be a huge pick. That ult did nothing. Lionheart, though, once again, off the back of a Taiga push, have completely rotated over A with immaculate speed.
Spike planted.
Chamber v Chamber ult.
Both chambers struggling, but that KO ult is going to do wonders on the side of Lionheart here. This flash is going to come out again, and they are just going to bat them back with utility. Vamp unit finally looking for their opening. Here they come. Legend, though, holding them back. Not able to get the kills, but they're stopping him. Knight, on the other hand, has the shots. Legend finally gets a kill for themselves. And Chamber Floofy is trying to do something. Not able to happen. 7-5 half on the side of Lionheart.
What a great half it's been, and you know what? That astral divide coming in from the side of Lionheart really seems to be helping them out a lot, as they're able to confuse their enemy, as well as it gives them options. They could go B, they could go A, but nobody's gonna know until they want them to. And the astral divide's really coming in clutch for them to let them have those options to take and do what they need to off of that wall.
It's really great that I get to watch these games and really learn what Astra ult does, because the Astra that I play with more often really struggles to tell us what to do with those walls. So it is really great for you to give me those explanations. As we go into this next round, I am excited to see what Vamp Unit has for us on their offensive side. We saw a ton of team play from them, but we also saw a ton of team play from Lionheart, and a lot of disciplined team play from Lionheart.
They had some great side executes last game we watched them. Hopefully that transfers from Breeze over to Ascent.
Aspect playing off that Fade utility, trying to do something, but that Molly giving them away, and Taiga taking that. Here comes the Fade utility as well, and the flash. What aggressive play. Omen trying to get out, do what they can. Kitten getting that teleport off and the reload, but not able to get that next kill. Knight now making it a 2v2, trying to group back up with their team.
Out of charges.
They may know where the spike is, but I don't think they know where the players are. Knight now trying to do something. They are gonna. I would have expected them to back off, but Knight is continuing to hold this spot. Hearing that chamber teleport, they've got to assume the rotate is coming through. Ty seemingly aware of it.
Rotates are coming through, but Luffy's already almost there. He's gonna get the pick on Ty. Ty's just gonna pass and doesn't quite know he's in market.
Luffy, though, deciding to, with that
and I see
spike, deciding to go all the way back here. But making so much noise once again. Floofy, gotta check your corners, bud. Jalen getting spotted out by this utility, and that is gonna be the end of the round. All they're gonna be able to get is one kill, but that's not even gonna happen. Knight picking up a 4th on the round, making it 8-5 and making Lionheart just a bit closer to being the winner of our Radiant Clash Cup today.
You know what, if I had to give a round MVP to anyone, it would have to be Knight, and not just for the amount of kills they got, but also for the util. We saw 2 haunts there just to get information on where they were or where they weren't. We saw Prowlers come out, which made him push off. They dropped Spike. Knight just really cleaned up for her team right there.
Quite exceptional indeed, as Vamp Unit decides to lean towards A, and oh, Musi, look what I see.
Taiga back.
I see a judge, and I see Legend. Oh my goodness, what a shot, and Taiga cleaning up. Gets flashed out, but that doesn't matter. There is so much damage done to this Vamp Unit team. Taiga getting a little fancy with it. I don't like that 360. Floofy now doing something, and Knight grabs that shotgun back. Here comes Knight, though, making something work. That Judge is doing it. Kitten gets a final kill, but that's not going to be enough. A 9th round for Lionheart.
One of these synergies I keep loving to see is Legend and Taiga has the Judge, and Legend will push out and get a pick or two, or even just some damage on the enemy team, teleport away, and the second they teleport, Taiga jumps in with their satchels, and they have that Judge in their hand. They just clean up whatever Legend didn't get.
It's very impressive on the side of Lionheart here. They have a great sense of teamwork that I'm loving to see from them. I'm hoping to see some of that come out from Vamp Unit, though. We saw so much smart plays from them on Breeze. I know they have it in their tank. That has got to be what they're talking about in this timeout. After losing, going down 1 round in the first half and losing the last 3 in this half, they've got to be thinking, all right, we need to slow this down, and we need to come up with something that's going to win us around here.
For sure.
Yeah.
If I'm on the side of the Vamp Unit, I'm definitely thinking we need to go slower, figure out what Lionheart is going to do before they get a chance to do it, and then we play off of that.
In addition to that, we are seeing a pretty healthy buy come in from both teams. A little bit of play here on the side of Vamp Unit, or on the side of Lionheart. But a Judge is just as good as any other gun, so I don't have any issue with that whatsoever.
I think we're also seeing our first op of this half, at least.
We are seeing our first op of this half on the side of Legend, pulling that out before they get their ultimate. As Vamp Unit tries to lean basically everywhere here, slowly deciding to go back into mid now. Jalen taking some extremely unnecessary damage to that Raze utility.
Push up mid.
This push up mid is huge as Ty is completely unaware. A full contact up mid should be interesting, but this trademark is going to stop that right in their tracks. Let's see if Floofy checks it. Floofy does check it. It does spot something, so they know someone's playing around in mid. This market push is going to be huge, but there's a player in wood they don't know about yet. They haven't moved. Floofy takes down Legend, but Knight takes down Aspect. We have ourselves a game. Knight all by themselves here. That's not great at all as Kitten takes him down on site. Vamp Unit have solidly taken this site with an advantage here.
Was that the first time we've seen Spike down here for Vamp Unit?
You are 100% right there.
Vamp Unit officially has signed it's going to be a 3v4 retake.
Oh, but Taiga makes it a 3v3 with a crazy Ferrari over there with Spectre, excuse me, changing that out for a Vandal now. With that rifle, something could happen here. Looks like Lionheart is going to play this for the exits, though. They want to make sure that they can continue to win rounds after this. Kitten taking out Taiga, but no, oh my goodness, taking out Ty as well. Kess going here in the last fight will be here. Shotgun v rifle, and rifle wins it, no matter if you're flashed.
Almost got him. Kitten on a 4K there. Very impressive. I think Lionheart made a very great move there, just playing for exits, knowing they had a bit of a gun diff there, so they just kind of waited and tried to ruin the eco of Vamp Unit.
I agree. I think that was a good call. Looking at their eco now, it definitely doesn't screw them for this round, but it screws them for next round if they lose that one. So this is a very important win for Lionheart. If they're able to win this, they could effectively put the first nail in the coffin for Vamp Unit.
A heavy A push. Now Spike is going away. We might see a rotate here, but for now it looks like we're still on A.
We are seeing a bit of a rotate on the side of Vamp Unit as they start to play this out, but that being said, Kitten and Legend are gonna have to deal with that. Legend finally backing up, but that's a huge amount of information on the side of Lionheart here.
Push up mid in the catwalk. Are they gonna go tree?
It does look like tree is the option. I'm not sure if Ty spotted anybody. They definitely spotted Jalen though. And Kess spots Naive, so that goes down as well. 3 players for the side of Vamp Unit as Aspect takes down Legend across the map.
Oh,
Floofy with a great run on Taiga.
we're down to a 3v3. Vamp Unit looks like they're gonna get ready to
30 seconds left.
spike, but they don't have spike.
Vamp Unit getting ready, but Floofy seeing something else.
The Omen ult trick.
That Fade ult is going to do absolute work as Lionhearts decide it is time to push in. They get 1 off that dart, and all that's left here is Aspect. Almost gets 2 sprayed through the box there. Very close indeed, but wasn't able to get it. And Lionheart take their 10th round with a Z ult hanging above.
It was an interesting play indeed. We saw it almost looked like they were playing for the Omen ult trick. We saw Spike went down in mid, and there was already players on B site. It seems to be a last ditch effort play, trying to get a trick play out. A little bit of confidence, just thinking, 3 people can hold site. Didn't quite work out for them, but it would have been very interesting to see if it did.
But Vamp Unit are not out of this just yet. They still have a couple tricks up their sleeves. I see stingers galore on the side of Vamp Unit, and that excites me greatly as they agree to push through this A site together.
I see Taiga with a judge, and it just puts a smile on my face.
That does put a smile on my face. What doesn't put me a smile on my face is that Taiga is on the complete other side of the map from any of their enemies. That being said, the rotate comes in as Ty gets a kill. Kess holding down there as they trade left and right. That was a through the smoke kill from Knight. As Vamp Unit are now down 2 players here. Struggling to know what to do with just stingers.
KO knife going out, not picking up anybody, so they know there's not anybody near tree or cat. But it might not make much difference with only 2 people left alive.
Knight's jump peek giving them the information they need. They know Vamp Unit has decided to stay over on this A site. They might not know about the stingers, but that might not do much for them. Here comes the Fade utility that will spot a majority of this push out. Jalen and Kitten just can't get through this choke. 20 seconds left. They're gonna have to make a move. Jalen running past a grenade as Kess tries to run through this door with a knife. Oh my goodness, Taiga, what a play from him.
These satchels that Taiga is using just to get anywhere on the map, it's incredible to see. Then he pulls out his judge, and he's just, it doesn't matter where you are. He has the ability to turn around 180, 360, anything he wants. Just very entertaining to watch. Love watching it. He is definitely going for the clips this game.
It's incredible to watch a player like that with that level of confidence. Additionally, getting that to that 11th round gives Lionheart a ton of wiggle room here. We see Vamp Unit on an incredibly forced buy right here. If they lose this, they are going to be extremely poor. And Legend takes out Aspect early. That is going to be huge for them.
Oh,
Legend continuing to keep the aim duels going here. Peeking through mid, getting an op kill and a sheriff kill. Getting another, does miss that shot, and now it's getting a little panicked. Legend getting a little too big for their britches.
Playing a great Sentinel-esque chamber here. Holding down mid.
Luffy and the rest of Vamp Unit getting exposed over on that B site. As Lionheart, knowing they have the advantage, play to every single one they have. Floofy taken out by that nade. I have somebody I know who'd be very disappointed in that.
I feel his pain. I feel their pain very much. Those raised nades always get me.
Jalen spotting out a player there, but not really sure what else to do. As Taiga is just messing with this team entirely. Jalen, though, playing off this smoke, is able to get the kill off on Taiga. That's going to be huge. Knight's positioning, though, has got to be hard. Here it comes through. Knight gets one and not another. But Jalen isn't able to hold that out. Gets caught jumping. And it is 12-6 for Lionhearts. Match point for our grand finals.
Now, we talked about it a little bit in the beginning of the round, but they did force up that round and probably hoping to try and take that and get some economy worked out. But unfortunately, they did lose, so they're here on a broken bye. And that could have been the last nail in the coffin put in for Vamp Unit as it's 6-12.
It's 6-12, and Vamp Unit are on one of the grossest buys I have ever seen. They're doing what they can, but it is very tough to work with when you only have Spectres and Sheriffs. Full shields for everybody, so that's something, but Lionheart is full of utility. Oh my god, Taiga, where did you come from? It is an absolute bloodbath outside the B site. Taiga just running, gunning left and right, and it has gone to a knife fight here. Taiga gets the knife fight. What a way to win it.
He wins it on a knife and without anybody seeing him. He came out of nowhere with the satchels that he's been doing. He pulled out his ult. He was able to take one out, pulled out his phantom, grabbed another, then pulled out his knife just to win the whole thing. Taiga went insane.
What a way to end our championship. An incredible play from Taiga, an incredible play from all of our players. Congratulations to Lionheart ES players Taiga, Ty, Kess, Legend, and Knight. You guys did a fantastic job of making it all the way through our bracket. We also want to thank all of the other teams who played in the tournament today, along with all the specifically the teams who played here on stream. We have 1245 Vamp Unit, of course. Congratulations to them, and Peaky Blinders. We want to thank all of our teams here at Radiant Clash Cup, and we hope you'll all be here next week. Musi, do you have anything else to say before we go?
I think you wrapped it up quite nice. GG to all the teams. You all did well, and thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing, and before we go, we just want to remind you one last time about our sponsors. Like we said before, we have Fluid, connecting communities together to collaborate and enhance their content creation across multiple platforms.
Influence Connections, helping content creators and organizations to grow their brand by providing top quality post-production videos and graphics.
And finally, we have Challenger Mode. Take on some of the fiercest competition there is by competing in competitive events held on the Challenger Mode website. Or, if you're an organizer, host your next competitive event with them using their in-house organizer tools. Thank you again. It was a fantastic Radiant Clash Cup number 10, and we will be back next week with Radiant Clash Cup 11, sponsored and brought to you by Ember Studios.